everyone, how are you all? Today we are going to see a very beautiful portrait of an Odissi dancer. For your knowledge, while we are watching the making of this portrait, I will also explain a short information about Odissi dance. Odissi is a dance form from the state of Odisha in eastern India. It is recognized as one of the 8 classical dance forms of India and celebrated around the world for its lyricism, sensuality and emphasis on Bhakti Bhava or attitude of devotion and surrender. Odissi gained visibility in India and internationally from the 1950s onwards when it begins to be represented on theatre stages. Since then, Odissi dancers and writers have claimed that it is the oldest of India's classical dance forms, which was earlier performed in the temples of Odisha. These claims are based on a range of architectural and textual evidences and living ritual traditions. Based on an examination of established and newer scholarships, it may be noted that multiple lustrous roots, including the artistic performance traditions of pre-modern Odisha and the work of artists in post-independence India, have informed the formation of Odissi as a classical dance form from the mid-20th century onwards. Located on eastern coast of India on the sources of Bay of Bengal, Odisha is bounded by land on its other sides. The town of Puri lies at the southeastern edge of the coast and approximately 60 km north of it lies Bhubaneswar. Established as the state capital in 1948 and 49. Adjacent to Puri is another coastal town, Konark, famous of its sun temple. Odisha's old capital and second largest city, Cuttack, lies 25 km north of Bhubaneswar. Geographically, the town of Puri, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack and Konark in eastern Odisha are at the nucleus of the story of Odissi. Although a number of performances and ritual traditions that have informed the movement and music of dance exist outside this coastal core. Historical evidence. Odissi dancers often assert that it is the oldest of Indian classical dances, drawing from the Natya Shastra to understood their claim. This text, which is held as the theoretical source of all classical Indian performing arts, mentions Ardra Magadhi style of dance, which may scholars consider a precursor of 20th century Odissi. Fortifying these assertions is the archaeological evidence excavated from sites in and around Bhubaneswar that proves that dance did indeed exist in these regions since very ancient times. The oldest of these sites are the Jain cave temple of Udayagiri and Khandagiri near Bhubaneswar, which date back to the 2nd century BC. Sense of music and dance are carved in the walls of these temples. The most elaborate is the stone panel in the Rani Gumpha cave of Queen in Udayagiri, were depictions of men and women dancing around a tree accompanied by musicians are etched on the walls. An inspiration in the Hathi Gumpha cave, elephant cave, also in Udayagiri, mentions a performance of Thandava and Abhinaya arranged by King Kharavela for his people. In existing literature on the history of Odissi, there is a conspicuous gap regarding archaeological evidence after the period of Udayagiri and Khandagiri till we pick up the thread again from the 6th century AD when the rulers of Odisha began to patronize temple building on a large scale. In Bhubaneswar, several temples were built between 6th and 13th century AD. The 12th century Jagannatha temple in Puri, built by the Ganga king Ananthavarman Chodaganga Deva, and the 13th century Konarak temple built by Narasingha Deva, reflect the multiple religious beliefs that were practiced by different rulers and flourished in Orissa in the ancient and early medieval period, including Buddhism, Jainism, Saivism, Vaishnavism, Shakti worship, and the Bhakti movement. These diverse and coexisting religious beliefs are reflected in the region's architectural remains. Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video and the information, then please subscribe my channel so that I can get motivated to prepare more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Take care. Bye.